It turns out that both Portland and Vancouver are working on the same sort of idea, opening these outdoor sanctioned camps for homeless people. So tonight, we've got an update for you on both plans. We're going to start in Portland, where after months of buildup, we learned where at least some of the city's safe rest villages will go. Here's Maggie Vespa.
The city's Safe Rest Villages team are working day and night.
Amid a mounting housing crisis, Portland's plan to open 6 sanctioned homeless camps is taking shape. Thursday afternoon, Housing Commissioner Dan Ryan unveiled the locations of 3 so-called Safe Rest Villages. Here they are on a map. We'll start on the left. There's one along Southwest Nadeau Parkway, just north of I-405. Here's video of that site. It's owned by the Portland Bureau of Transportation as well as ODOT. Back to the map and moving southeast, you see site number 2 at Southeast 45th and Harney. Here's that lot. It's owned by the city's Bureau of Environmental Services. Finally, back to the map for site number 3 at Southeast 122nd and Burnside. Here's a look at that site, the Menlo Park and Ride, owned by TriMet.
We recognize the important opportunity we have here. Let the city transform part of an underused park and ride into a safe haven.
Commissioner Ryan says each village will house about 60 people. The city's paying for this with $20 million in federal COVID aid, and the plan is to keep the villages open for at least 3 years. Earlier Thursday, Commissioner Ryan talked about the selections during a taping of Straight Talk with Laurel Porter.
Why these locations?
These locations were selected. 1, we wanted to make sure we had geographic reach, and 2, we wanted to make sure we were meeting the houseless residents where they are.
That point perhaps especially true along Southwest Nadeau. People are already camping there.
I talked to some of the people living in tents on this lot, and I also talked to staff at businesses adjacent to the lot. None of them had heard anything from the city about putting a village at this location, and one staff member at one of the businesses was furious, and she said this could close us.
Commissioner Ryan said city staff began reaching out to neighbors Thursday. He also admitted there's a lot of work to be done. The city had promised to open 6 Safe Rest Villages by the end of the year. Thursday, staff couldn't say how soon the first village might open or whether they're on track to meet that 2022 deadline.
Do you have a time frame for when you'll announce the remaining 3?
Yeah, I have a tendency to just say this is the goal, and we're going to stay focused on that goal, and we're going to do our best to get these open by the end of the year. And if we don't meet that goal, we'll just keep getting back up and keep pursuing.
Okay, Maggie Vespa joining us now. Maggie, of course, you've been following this story since the very beginning.
Right.
And I'm wondering what your thoughts are on the old Plan B that the commissioner was talking about, saying if they don't meet the goal, there's a Plan B.
It kind of fits in with the trajectory of this plan, at least recently. Like, remember at the beginning, the commissioner said that they were planning to open 6 Safe Rest Villages this month. And then he said that he misspoke, and he meant that they were going to release the locations of 6 Safe Rest Villages this month. And then he walked that back, and suddenly it became the locations of 3 villages, and the rest are coming as soon as possible. So it's not that surprising that suddenly they're kind of gently backing off this promise to open all 6 by the end of the year. But at the same time, no one has a crystal ball. It could happen, and we'll be watching.
Now, as far as the neighborhoods where these are going to go, what about neighbors? Are they talking to neighbors?
So city staff, the commissioner himself said that staff started calling neighbors and local business owners today. Like, as they were announcing the locations, they started calling today. And he said they want to involve them in the building of the villages and the opening of these villages. But at the same time, a neighbor asked me, is this final? Like, do we have a say in this? It is final. These 3 locations are happening. And as we know, 3 more are coming.
I wonder what those conversations have been like.
Will be interesting. Yeah.
Maggie, thank you.
Sure.